street has devalued our houses significantly. My wife, when Rachel moved in, went over and talked to her, welcomed her to the neighborhood. Now, my wife was on the planning commission and is a licensed architect. She told her exactly what the city zoning requirements were. And obviously, this person intentionally violated the city zoning. So, recently, Christine, my wife, was in a seminar, continuing education seminar with an attorney who was an expert in municipal zoning law. Asked him about it, attorney from Ithaca, and likely we may have to hire it if the city isn't going to have action. But I think it's, let me just go over some of the procedural things too. I called, we had Mary Claire met with us in early September with the people on the street at our house and promised action. I had phone calls with the mayor, and I had one phone call with the city attorney. Now I called the city attorney on December 7th, left messages, continued to leave messages for more than a week. I finally called the mayor's secretary, and she said she might see him. I emailed him. After that, he promised me a phone call, and we did call. Now, I'm not throwing the city attorney under the bus. We had a very good discussion. I think he has some of the right ideas on how to solve the problem. Frankly, he's competent enough to bring new zoning laws to this body and the body vote on them. And city attorney is your expert. You should let him do that rather than relying on a commission. So I still have not been given any direction as to what the city plans to do about this, but we're not going to sit back and allow our neighborhood to be destroyed by somebody that would pay $10,000 down, commit fraud, perhaps, and get away with it. So,
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rose Wall.
So, I'm Rose Walsh. I'm in Portland County Health Department. I work with youth here in Portland County. I apologize for my voice. With the Reality Check program, which is a group of teens that are committed to creating a tobacco-free generation. What I wanted to talk to you about tonight a little bit was that local tobacco retailers are very important to the tobacco industry because they're like mini marketing hubs that give our youth the illusion that vaping and tobacco use are normal and that it's okay to do it. But I'm very pleased to see efforts made to minimize pro-tobacco messages here in the city and that help protect our youth from the harmful effects of tobacco products, including electronic cigarettes. Thank you.
That's all I have signed up for the privilege of the floor. We have a proclamation. So I'll ask Sheena Sikora maybe step up, and family members that are here for this proclamation, for proclamation number 1, declaring just January 7th, 2024 is for Musical Giants Day in honor of Samuel Percucci, Barbara Pauldine, Donna Anderson, and Donna Jacobo. Andy?
Whereas Samuel L. Percucci lived a life in service to his country and community, his musical influence spanning 34 years as music director at SUNY Cortland, 31 years as music director at St. Anthony's Church, and 21 years as director of the Old Timers Band. And whereas Donna J. Jacobone enriched the lives of others as a friend and music teacher at St. Mary's School, choir, music, and liturgy director at St. Margaret's Church, and as director of the Homer High School Band and Cortland Old Timers Band. And whereas Donna K. Anderson was an endearing member of the SUNY Cortland music faculty for 30 years and shared her gifts as a pianist with the community, students, and colleagues among whom she was greatly admired. And whereas Barbara B. Pauldine was beloved as a music educator who shared her time and talent and inspired others to pursue professional music careers or follow their love of music and join with her in the choral union or St. Mary's Choir. And whereas at 3 p.m. on January 7, 2024, at the United Presbyterian Church, Cortland Music Incorporated will present a concert in memoriam of these individuals who have enriched the lives of countless people through their teaching, inspiration, leadership, and musical performance. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Scott Steed, Mayor of the City of Cortland, hereby proclaim January 7, 2024 as 4 Musical Giants Day in honor of Samuel L. Vercucci, Barbara B. Pauldine, Donna K. Anderson, and Donna J. Jacobone.
If you have something to say, you want to say anything about it?
Yeah. Thank you so much. I just want to thank the city of Cortland being us and a small organization in town that pay attention to our request because this is important for our community. We are all Cortland, and as Cortlandiers, we shouldn't forget our talents and our heritage. And this is the concept is not only to remember the deceased musicians, but also to refresh the memory of the parents and to instill in the next generations the love for music and that our talents, our local talents are important to our lives. So thank you very much.
Thank you for that. I was blessed to know all of them, and they're all very talented people, so we're excited to have that concert, so I'm glad you enjoyed that. Thanks for sharing. Financial report.
Okay. Thank you very much. To go over the financial report that you have in your packet. And generally you can see for the general fund, we again, our revenues are lagging behind our expenditures, which is not necessarily untraditional per se for this time of year. Usually we accrue revenues all the way through February, but we have received a lot of our anticipated revenue at this point. The one large outstanding item would be our last quarter distribution sales tax. And we do have a relatively large balance of a CHIPS reimbursement, which has been submitted, but it will take the state some time to review and then provide us payment. I did note in the report that I think we are okay on the expenditure side for the budget. It's just really the revenues that we're trying to track down and we'll be monitoring. We will do our best to make sure we are staying within the budget. If administrative actions need to be taken, they'll be provided to you probably late February or early March when we close. So you can have a record of what was done in between. In terms of water and wastewater, you'll see that the revenues are over 100%, and you may wonder why that is the case. We finished our fourth quarter bills this past week, and they have gone out in the mail. Some people have already received and paid. So thank you to those residents. But because we have changed over the financial system, it automatically posts the journal to 2023. So you're seeing that was happening every other time. It's just it happened through 2 separate systems. So you normally would not see that until essentially the audit was done. So now you're seeing that in advance. I do want to highlight that both water and wastewater appear to will have some expenditure surplus. So with that, If they owe anything to the CIP on any outstanding projects, we'll go ahead and transfer any matches that are required. And then after that, we'll probably put any remaining balance we can, based on the source of the additional outstanding expenditure balance towards some of their reserve funds. And again, you'll see an accounting of all of that either in late February or early March. We did not have a grant and capital projects update for this item. And then on the next page, I did talk about our fiscal position a little. You'll recall in November, we had the opportunity before you to do tax anticipation notes and revenue anticipation notes. We are watching this very, very closely, and we continue with our austerity budget. January is always going to be the lowest cash point in the year because it's for people paying their property taxes. However, it's a little lower than we would have hoped compared to the prior year. So I'm working very closely with the mayor and all department heads on timing of payments. If for some reason we do need to proceed with the tax anticipation note, you'll all be emailed, called, just to let you know what we're doing. But so far, we're going to hold where we are because we think we can make it through to February. Also, I noted there is a resolution on the agenda, so I can hold these comments for later if preferred, but the mayor and I are requesting council approve a comprehensive review from the state's financial restructuring board for local governments. This would be a very rigorous review of the city's financials, but also some of the operating procedures we have, as well as they even look at things like staffing and IT. It is an option that's available to us based on two factors. One, our overall tax rate is double the threshold what we would need. And our fiscal stress score, which you'll remember is in the moderately distressed. So we do qualify, but we cannot talk to them about that process until a resolution of support has been adopted by you all. We can talk about that further later on if you'd like. I have not yet posted the adopted budget, but we will get to that tomorrow. And then I just provided a small update on what's happening in the finance office in terms of what we are working on and the benchmarking analysis that was requested, onboarding of staff, etc. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Every year, your fourth quarter sales tax spending done. My wife's spending habits in the fourth quarter. And I projected an exceptionally great year this year around.
I do think that overall statewide, the fourth quarter was up, yes.
Yes,
Which is always positive for everyone.
yes, thank you.
Thank you.
You know she's here, right, Karen? I mean, you know she's sitting right there.
Must be comfortable.
Yeah. Hello, and blanket will be waiting for you.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any other questions? Thank you for that. Okay, mayor's report. So, we had a graduations that we attended with two firefighters graduated from school, which worked out really well, and that was a great work together with our North Manualists, right? Fire department to help do this training, and we sent a bunch of instructors up there to help. So it was a great program that was the first time out. That worked really well, that our firefighters could make it home, and it worked really well for our new firefighter that had a child while going to school. It would have been possible if it wasn't for that. That was a fun ceremony, and again, we always appreciate our fire department, as they had a call at Hampton Inn last week, and 31 out of the 36 rooms were filled, and so everybody was outside when I got down there, and they're very prompt and make sure everybody was safe and get them back into their rooms, because that would have been a difficult situation for the hotel that late at night. But they were very diligent in following through with what needed to happen there. So we appreciate everything they do. They actually helped with the ball drop too. Thank you, Deputy Chief Reynolds, for your help there and assistance in getting that coordinated. The police department did a great job. That was a great event, and everybody had a great time doing that. So this year, we have a lot of items we'd like to address, a lot of items we'd like to challenge and take on. You know, one is the smoking, which we'll be talking about. Some of the other things that I would like to do is more interaction and continue the interaction with liaison with our department heads. That's something it's been working really well, and I think it's worked well for the department heads to give them another sounding board and also for everybody here to be educated. So, in the shift, as we do it every year, some I have shifted back because it was very effective, and some I have shifted other places to do, so, the other item I'd like to put in there is, for the next 4 years, I'd like to rotate in a deputy mayor, in the position, to give that experience to do that. I appreciate, Alderman Michaels and Deputy Mayor, Michaels has worked it very well and did a great job, and, his experience is always appreciated, and I know that I can always count on that, so that's always a good thing. But rotating others in to be able to have some more experience in doing that is just a foresight that I'm trying to work towards in the end of 4 years. So every year I'd like to rotate that position differently every year. So so next January we'll be coming through again and working towards doing something different with the deputy mayor. So with liaisons, Alderman Scott, for the fire department, wastewater would be Ms. Silman, Ms. Pinello, water department, Ms. Lane, DPW, Mr. Thompson, finance, Mr. Carpenter, police department, Mr. Beckwith, code, and youth bureau, Mr. Michaels. So, yeah, so I mean, I try to put, again, I want to try to work on some experience on some things. There's some updates and changes. And this year I challenge everybody to try to get to their subcommittee meetings that they have on each one of those. And, you know, get to the police commission, get to the fire department, fire commission, get to those meetings and show the presence and represent us at those commissions as well. And also take a good hard look at their finances when they review those finance packets there. So we hope we do that as well. And I look forward to Alderman Scott to be working with me as deputy mayor this year. So we challenge you to step up. And Mr. Michael's shoes on that too. So.
Yes,
So
pretty
my
good
feet are
shoes to
bigger,
fill.
filled with bigger shoes, so.
His shoes
We'll try.
His shoes are by the couch.
Right, yeah.
All right, well, that's, we'll go right to ward reports, Ward 1.
New Year's Eve celebration was great. Got to run down through before the street got closed. Everything looked wonderful. Watering holes were open, trucks were lined up. I mean, it was really nice. And then to come back at the end of the evening and see how everything came together, it was just great. Really commend everybody who had any ounce of effort in that. It was wonderful. I think it was a very, very good event. Other than that, it's been the holidays. My ward's been quiet.
So we go right to 3.
So Ward 3 is doing well. Some concerns, the new paving between Forest, on George Street, between Forest, Elwood and Atkins, and some concerns that it's flooding when we had that heavy rain recently. But I've talked to Nick and they'll keep an eye on it, and otherwise everything's good in the 3rd ward.
Thank you, Ms. Lane.
The college students are still home, so it's very quiet. I did have a constituent, talk to me about, lockers for the homeless. He said that, you know, when you're carrying everything you own and people steal from you, you know, that it causes problems. And so I didn't know anything about it, so.
If you want to address that, we spoke earlier. So it's obviously an issue, the carts, which is another one of a law that we're going to be pushing for the shopping carts that have been an issue around the community. We're looking to write something up for that in the next meeting or so. But that's been an ongoing issue that we've had as well. But I've worked, you know, a couple months ago, we worked with other agencies, the warming centers, you know, to try to create lockers and try to create an area to do it. And it becomes very tenacious in those areas. Even so, what they do in the warming centers is they have totes, and they'll put their stuff in the totes and they'll put it in a secure room, and then a person will go in and let them in to do that. So I was able to get Grace Church to be able to help do something similar to that, but it became we had issues, and we've had issues in the library, they've had issues as recent in the Salvation Army. Then the purse was stolen, I checked the camera, and it was put in their backpack, so it was never really taken out. So it's a continual issue that we have to try to help do that. I think the real answer is in the housing, and we able to come up with some kind of, temporary working on housing, and that's gonna take some time to construct, so. But we'll continue on those efforts, but having lockers, we really don't have, nobody really got volunteered a good space that has staff to be able to let people in and out at that time, so until we come up with that space, that's a.
All right, thank you. Also received an email from a constituent, with some financial questions, which I will be sharing the email with Ms. Henty and getting him answers. But other than that, board is good.
Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor, and I'd like to first and foremost, thank you for your assistance with coming up with DPW, responding to a call or actually a drive-by and in my neighborhood of a fallen tree from the backyard, from their backyard in between two houses. And you know, tree could have done a lot more damage. Thankfully, it didn't. But we also, in looking at the properties and then looking at some other concerns, we found some water that was flowing backwards instead of the right way, almost a Willy Wonka type session. That said, I think it was a good response to our constituents to show that, you know, the city does care about our residents. Two, we had some folks trying to clear out some furniture, and it stayed out a little bit too long. And so thank you, code enforcement, for responding quickly and timely to that. And there has been some discussions with some of my constituents around some of the discussion we had earlier around basic needs within our community and housing and so forth. So in the future, I'd love to have further discussion as a council around basic needs for the city.
Good point. Maybe it's a good time to update where we are and everything, and give you some good, what's been going on. I feel like sometimes you just go after meeting, and it takes a long time to get things moving. So, I thank you for that. Carpenter.
Paul Coit, the sixth ward.
Speckler?
Quiet.
Well, I wanna start out, Mr. Mayor, for thanking you for the last 2 years of being a deputy mayor.
Thank you.
Our friendship goes way back 20+ years.
Very true.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Well, thank you.
And you're still friends after the last 2 years. Maybe that's why you wanted to keep your friendship. I also attended the graduation of our two newest firefighters with the mayor, our fire chief, and director of finance, and myself. That was certainly a moving event for the families involved, and I was glad that I was able to attend that ceremony. And that's all I have for the 8th ward. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Approval of minutes. Everybody get a chance to review them? Any motion, Mr. Scott? Carpenter, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Agenda item number 1, appoint acting mayor.
Resolved that the common council hereby acknowledges Mayor Stevens' appointment of Wayne Scott as acting mayor for the city of Cortland.
I'll move it.
No.
I'll
Mr.
second.
Carpenter.
Never mind.
Again, Mr. Michaels, we really appreciate not going away, and I know you're gonna.
No, I'm
this hard.
still gonna be here.
And as I invite everybody, Mr. Michaels attends quite often in my office, and the door is always open, so you're welcome to come anytody anytime.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. I'm excited for Mr. Scott as well. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Anybody else? Move it, please.
Councilmember Scott,
Stay. I got it.
Councilmember Pinello,
Aye.
Councilmember Lane,
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson,
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 2, designate bank depositories for 2024 through 2027.
Resolved that collateral agreements, municipal funds protection, and bank acknowledgements of the understanding of New York State municipal and finance law be established with said banks during the term of this agreement, which shall be for a period not to exceed December 31st, 2027.
Motion. Mr. Scott, Mr. Carpenter, any questions? Okay, please.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 3,
I'm sorry.
you missed it.
This is good to be a habit of mine. Councilmember Thompson, how do you vote?
Aye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just making sure I didn't go away during.
Agenda item number 3, designate signatory.
Resolved that the common council does hereby authorize and approve Mayor Scott Steve and the Director of Administration and Finance to serve as signatories for the city of Portland, subject to applicable charter and New York State laws.
I'm sorry, Mr. Scott, Mr. Carpenter, any questions? Move it, please.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 4, designate official newspapers.
Resolved that the Portland Standard published by the Portland Standard newspaper, 110 Main Street, Portland, New York, is hereby designated as the official newspaper fairly representing the city of Portland Common Council for the period of January 1, 2024 through December 31st, 2027.
I'll
second.
Ms. Lane, Mr. Scott, the word fairly is in there.
I thought that was quite pointless.
Move it, please.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 5, appoint zoning officer.
Resolved that the Portland Common Council does hereby affirm the mayor's appointment of Captain Roy Everett as the zoning officer.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Second.
Ms. Pinello, Mr. Thompson. Roy, we appreciate everything you do, and we know you're doing a good job at this, so I appreciate you doing it officially now. Thank you.
There we go.
He's officially.
He's officially.
Officially, we'll put another 0 on there. Thank you for that. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, roll it, please.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 6, appoint Commissioner of Deeds for the city of Portland.
Resolved that the Common Council appoints Tracy Hatfield as Commissioner of Deeds for a term of January 2nd, 2024 through December 31st, 2025. And be it further resolved that the Common Council appoints Nicole Bennett as Commissioner of Deeds for a term of January 2nd, 2024 through December 31st, 2025.
Mr. Carpenter, Mr. Michaels. Any questions on that?
Discussion around, want to clarify public discussion that these folks also work for the city?
Yes, so they, by doing this, they have the ability basically to notarize city documents only. So that's really their
Just-
purpose.
Just making sure some constituents had questions.
Okay.
I want to make sure and clarify that they do work for the city and it helps with the performance of their duties.
Yeah, one's police, one fire, and they certify documents and such. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, move it, please.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 7, authorize agreement with Crown City Ladder and Hose Company for volunteer fighting services.
Resolved that the common council authorizes Mayor Steve to enter into an agreement between the city of Cortland and the Cortland Fire Department's volunteer contingent, Crown City Ladder and Hose Company of the Cortland Fire Department in the amount of $35,000 for volunteer firefighting services for a period ending December 31st, 2024.
I'll move.
Scott.
Second.
Mr. Beckwith. We appreciate our volunteers and, certainly always looking for more, so. Anybody gets the opportunity, that's great. Thank you.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 8, participation in county mutual aid plan.
Resolved that the city of Portland Common Council affirms the participation of the city of Portland Fire Department in the Cortland County Fire Service Mutual Aid Plan for a 2-year term beginning January 1st, 2024 and ending December 31st, 2025, and authorizes the mayor to sign the agreement.
Mr. Carpenter, Mr. Michaels. Again, it's important, as we've seen in many different cases, that we're able to help them and they're able to help us. So we appreciate all our surrounding firefighting teams that are well-trained and we can help in our points as well. Anybody have any questions? Please.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 9, set public hearing for local law to limit cigarette retail sale establishments and restrict sales to specified areas.
Resolved that pursuant to section 20 of the municipal home rule law of the state of New York, a public hearing on a proposed local law to limit cigarette retail sale establishments and restrict sales to specified areas shall be held on January 16th, 2024 at 6 p.m. at City Hall, 25 Court Street, Portland, New York, and that the city clerk shall publish notice of such hearing in the official newspaper of the city of Portland.
Motion. Carpenter, Mr. Beckwith. So, it'll be in the law when you get that done, Mr. Melvin's sick, so the idea is to put 1,000-foot buffers around all of these schools, any child, YM, YW, all those kind of programs. So ironically, by doing the map, which, we've done already, of the 18, licensed cigarette sales points, 4 of them are actually in the area that's not. So that's an important factor. So we want to get to a number of maximum licensed tobacco sales, and then also, so these would be grandfathered in until they.
So you're just gonna have to then take the one by St. Mary's and be.
Yeah, so but once that ceases from being that business, then it will not be able to reapply. That's going to be the design of the law.
Some cost.
Yeah, so that's the idea. So, I mean,
I said that from day one.
yeah, because then this will eliminate a lot of the other ones from popping up too. So that's the idea. So there'll be a more detailed, I think it's just about complete for the next one. So that gives you, all the youth and family oriented areas. Keep those buffers out. So there'll be a map. There's a map we already have now. Anybody else? Okay.
Councilmember Scott.
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 10, set public hearing for CDBG micro assistance program 285 ME 506-22.
Resolved that the city of Portland Common Council shall hold a second public hearing for the Community Development Block Grant Micro Enterprise Assistance Program at 6 p.m. January 16th, 2024 at City Hall, 25 4th Street, Portland, New York.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
So everybody got the table on the.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna do that for a bit. Any questions on that? Okay, move it, please.
Councilmember Scott,
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson.
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 11, appoint members to boards and commissions.
Resolved that the city of Portland Common Council does hereby confirm the following appointments for terms of office as indicated. To the Board of Public Works, Teresa Quayle for a term ending December 31st, 2025. And to the Board of Public Works for terms ending December 31st, 2026, Keith Van Gorder and Patrick O'Mara. For the Environmental Advisory Committee, Margaret Jewett, ending 2026. The Ethics Board, Ron Walsh, ending 2025. Fire Commission, Bonnie Heath, ending 2028. The Historic Commission, Linda Klein and Christine Barnes, ending 2026. Landscape Planning and Design, Michael Dexter, Diane Batsing, ending 2026. Planning Commission, Joseph McMahon, ending 2030. Police Commission, Jim Sponicle, ending 2028. Wastewater Treatment Board, John Troy, ending 2028. Youth Bureau Commission, Christina Gambetta and Allison Vientamilla, ending 2028. And Zoning Board of Appeals, Theodore Phillips, ending 2028.
I'll second.
Ms. Lane, Mr. Scott, any questions? Okay, move it, please.
Councilmember Scott,
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello.
Aye.
Councilmember Lane.
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson,
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith. Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Agenda item number 12, request a comprehensive review by the New York State Financial Restructuring Board for local governments.
Resolved that the mayor and director of administration and finance are authorized to execute any and all documents and instruments necessary to fulfill the city of Portland's obligations under the Financial Restructuring Board's comprehensive review. And that summary updates will be provided to city council based on information received from or provided to the Financial Restructuring Board.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
Now, Mr. Scott, Cindy touched base on this a little bit before. I don't know if you want to add something more to that.
I can see if that's okay. I gave you the highlight before. The most recent action this board has taken was in 2021. If anybody's interested, I can send you the link and you can review a variety of reports. 2019 was Syracuse, Ogdensburg, as well as a few others. We are eligible, if we go through the comprehensive review, for a special grant funding source. It used to be up to 5 million. Now it looks like it's limited to $200,000 per municipality, up to $1 million if you were, say, combining with 5 other municipalities. And there comes a 10% match with that as well. Typically how they structure those opportunities is as they review, again, mostly your financials, but they'll also look at certain aspects of operations, including scheduling and number of employees we have assigned to tasks. They may say something like, you need to improve this area of IT, or let's say a part of your financial system. If you follow this implementation plan and accept this recommendation, you'll be eligible for a $200,000 grant. On top of that, even if we do not accept if we accept no recommendations, we're not eligible for the grant funding source, but either way, this would be an opportunity to have an outside entity review some of the challenges that we currently have and provide what I would say is an expert opinion. There is no cost to do this except the cost of staff time. It does appear it takes about a year from initial request to report to be completed. And it will be a lift for the finance team as well as some of the other departments that ultimately end up being identified. As I mentioned earlier, though, they don't really entertain in-depth discussions until there's permission from the council or the governing body to actually move to the step. I hope that was helpful. If there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer them.
I don't wanna assume, but do they, it sounds like they bring in a team or a project?
From what I can tell, there's definitely a team. The people who are actually voting tend to be some of the, we have the Attorney General, the State Comptroller, State Director of Budgets, as well as a few others, but the initial request for information is three past audits, 3 past budgets, as well as a slew of other basic organizational information. So my guess would be is they have staff assigned in different areas that would then come in and do, for lack of a better term, some auditing functions to identify some areas. I do not know if they identify some items. For example, when we look at our fiscal stress score from the State Comptroller, there were a couple areas: fund balance, cash management is low for us, low in cash, high in terms of a rating. And they also have called out our fixed costs and personnel expenses. My guess would be, since there's already that matrix, they're probably gonna look there, verify it with the data, and then probably wanna drill into those areas, if not greater areas as well. If there are certain areas of concern that the council members would like to have us discuss with them when we engage them, just send us an email, let us know now. However, we'd be happy to also add that to the discussion.
That was one of the solutions that we worked with the comptroller to help work out, so also get us towards our next step, for sure. But when they give us the list, we have to do it now. So that's the big part, committing to do it. All right, anybody else have any questions?
Councilmember Scott,
Aye.
Councilmember Pinello,
Aye.
Councilmember Lane,
Aye.
Councilmember Thompson,
Aye.
Councilmember Carpenter.
Aye.
Councilmember Beckwith.
Aye.
Councilmember Michaels.
Aye.
Okay, discussion items, occupancy tax. Remember last year we had, we pushed that back, so we're gonna put that on the agenda for our next, to talk about that 1% on the hotel tax. So wanna get that word out to start on that. I don't know if Ms. Cynthia, you have some research you did on that.
Just overall level of process, so you can all be aware. We can put a resolution of support on the agenda next meeting if you would like. We will draft a letter to our state legislators requesting for it. It'll work through the state legislative process, be signed by the governor. Once it's signed by the governor, we'll come back, have a public hearing, and then do local law amendment.
Okay, so we'll put that at the next meeting. And then, other discussion, I figured we would address, Mr. Place's, questions there. So I know the code office has diligently been working on it. I know that, myself, and the code office has been up there frequently to make sure there wasn't any incidents, to make sure that they're maintaining the quality of life of a residential community. There are some, items that have been in since our adoption of our zoning board, zoning laws that are not held up constitutionally for that. So it does limit us in some of those aspects. I know Mr. Mildren was gonna speak to this tonight, but he is ill, so he's out. But that we will continue, and he will continue to try to look at the solutions to making sure that we're not, expanding too much of our rental areas into our nice residential areas. So that will continue. That is the plan. That will continue to be the plan. Everybody else have anything on that topic? Okay, like said, I'll accept the motion for adjournment. That motion, Mr. Scott. Mr. Carpenter, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned, 6:59.
Yeah.